And I thought we battled back there and they were able to tie it, and then they just executed better down the stretch, create the final margin. Good lesson for us to execute at a high level, be able to get stops when we need them. We didn't get them when we needed them there in that fourth quarter, and didn't execute offensively the way we wanted to. So we'll grow from it. Obviously, we've got another big game on Thursday, first league game. So hopefully we can take the lessons from this one and apply that and just keep getting better. That's what I told our group after the game. Like, it's a long season and we've got to keep growing and keep getting better as a group. A young group like this, there's just a lot of growth to capture still in our season. So hopefully we'll do that.
All right, open for questions. Start Mark.
19-6 foul margin at the end of the game. How does that impact the game plan? How do you think that sort of impacted you guys heading into the fourth quarter in a game like that?
Yeah, I'm not really going to talk about that. You guys saw the foul differential and you guys saw the free throw differential. You can make your own conclusions from that. You're probably smarter than me with that.
Yeah, so Jaden was battling down the stretch with Chloe Kitts there. Obviously, they had the scuffle at halftime. What would you say to your group after that to kind of maintain their focus as they head into the halftime break?
The game's an emotional game, and you've got to play it with a high level of emotion. I thought both teams did a pretty good job of doing that all game. What we talked about was don't let the emotions cause you to do something that hurts your team. Is what you want to stay away from. It's good to be competitive and it's good to get after it, but don't do something that hurts Duke. So that was it. Wasn't anything big or grand.
Obviously the other big stat that jumps out is the rebounding differential. South Carolina with a huge advantage on the boards and second chance points, especially Cardoso down the stretch really took over. What does Duke have to do not to be out-rebounded by 20 rebounds again?
Yeah, it's an issue. I thought when we got stops through the body of the game, we weren't grabbing the ball. Like, there were so many baseline outs where we had done a good job of guarding what they ran, and then we couldn't get the defensive rebound. And then they get it baseline out, and then we do it again, then they get another baseline out. And so that part of it, I think, hurt us, that we weren't able to keep them just to one shot. And certainly extra opportunities as an offense kind of safeguards if you don't shoot it well. So that was definitely one of the big differences in the game.
Trayvon Miles, ABC 11 here in Durham. Coach, first, got two questions. First one, have you personally been a part of or coached in a game where a team only shot 2 free throws? Second question is, you guys had the game really close towards the end of the third quarter and tied it there in the fourth quarter. What would have needed to happen for you all to finish the job there? What would you have liked to see happen to finish the job off in that point right there?
I can't remember. I can't say yes or no to that first one. I can't remember. If there's too many games up here, playing and coaching. But the second one, I just thought that we didn't execute offensively the way we needed to. In our plays, we went away from going after the shots that we wanted in those specific plays, and we weren't as connected on offense. And so certainly anytime there's an issue like that, both teams have a lot to do with it, right? Like, their defense turned up, no doubt, in the fourth quarter, and our execution was poor. I thought that was the difference. And then the game slowed down a little bit. I thought when we were at our best, there was that pace of the transition, and when it slowed down, slow goes to the bigger people. That's how it works. Fast is usually for the smaller people, and certainly they took advantage of getting their center of the ball when it got slow.
Coach, I know it's only a small part of the season, but the third quarter the way you all went down by double digits and then the drive at the end there, the nearly tie it up and then eventually tie it up. What did you learn about your team just in the way they rode that wave in the third quarter?
I don't know that I learned anything new. I mean, that happened to us at Stanford in the first quarter. I don't know if you saw that game, but we were down a lot, and they fight. I mean, I didn't learn that today. Like, I know what I have. I got a group of fighters, and they're going to compete. So, obviously we wanted to win the game. So I was looking at it more like, okay, now we're even. Like, now the fourth quarter is who's going to play better. It's who's going to win it. So I was looking at it from that perspective.
Two close losses to really talented teams in, Stanford and now South Carolina. Any commonalities that you see between the two games?
Horseshoes and hand grenades. Close doesn't matter. It's win or loss. We have shown the ability to compete in the environment, and the next thing we have to show is ability to win in the environment. And we don't have that yet. And we need to chase after it with reckless abandon to try and get it. It's elusive. It's not something that's easy to catch. That's why not everybody can do it. And so that's what we're chasing. And hopefully we can keep chasing it. And at some point this year, we'll win one of these games.
I got time for a couple more questions. We'll go right in front and then we'll go to the second round.
Hi, Coach. Early on, we gave away wide open layups in transition from aggressively scoring on offense. And I was wondering, how was the team able to recenter defensively in the second half?
Just our organization and our transition defense, I thought was a key for us. When we were disorganized, they got good looks in transition. When we were organized and everybody was where they were supposed to be, then we were able to get the possession settled and get into the half court. So I thought that was the difference, was we just were more organized in our transition game.
Coach, we're such a young team. I'm wondering if there are any voices emerging as leaders at this point in the season, and if you would like to see more of that, or the leadership within the team, what you're seeing from that?
Yeah, I think we have good leadership within our team. Our most vocal player is Ashlyn, for sure. She's just a sophomore, but she's definitely our most vocal player in terms of leading. They all talk, obviously, and Kennedy and Reagan, are really sound with our schemes and talking to the players that they're playing with. Basically, announcing to them the scheme or the set or what's going on, and that's certainly helpful. And so we'll keep trying to grow that. But those are the three that have been here, and have played in the games. Most everybody else is new. So those are the three that I think you would expect.
Yeah.
But Ashlyn definitely is the most vocal of our players. All right, thank you. Have a good night.